Hi, welcome to the class. Today we'll do one more topic, and the name of the topic is force between two parallel current carrying conductors. So we have two current carrying conductors PQ and RS. So first we will derive an expression for the force between these two parallel current carrying conductors, and then we will do few numericals based on that expression. Right? So let's begin. So here we have two conductors PQ and RS. PQ is carrying a current I1 and RS is carrying a current I2, and they are separated by a distance R. Now you know that if you apply right hand thumb rule on this PQ, and if you try to find out the direction of the magnetic field, so hold this conductor PQ in your right hand in such a way that the thumb points in the direction of the current, and then the fingers will encircle in the direction of the magnetic field, right? So fingers will encircle. So magnetic field will go like this, and it will come like this. So this is the magnetic field going inside from here and coming outside from here. So now this another current carrying conductor, that is RS, is kept in the presence of magnetic field of PQ. Okay. Now this is carrying a current I2. So obviously, because of this magnetic field B1, which is produced by this PQ, and this I2 current conductor, that is RS, is kept in the presence of B1. So this RS will experience a force because of this magnetic field B1, which is produced by this, right? So obviously at this point the magnetic field will be along inside, and it will be along tangential direction to this circle which we have made. It will be like this, going inside, and the current is going in the upward direction. Now in order to find the direction of force, what rule we have to apply? So obviously we have to apply Fleming's left-hand rule. Now if you apply Fleming's left-hand rule here in this case, so it will be father, mother, child. Father F force, mother M magnetic field, child C current. So current is going in the upward direction and magnetic field is going in. So direction of force is towards this, right? So this is the direction of the force, right? I hope this is very clear up till this part. Now if you try to, we all know that the magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. So this magnetic field V1 due to a straight current carrying conductor will be equal to mu naught I upon 2 pi r. This will be the magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor, which we have already calculated in the applications of Ampere's electrical law, right? Now, force, I want to calculate this value. We all know that this is a straight current carrying conductor. Okay, and let me assume that the length is L. Length of this conductor is L. So the length of this conductor is L. Now, how much will be the force applied on this? This part also we have done earlier. So what will be the value of the force? So the value of the force F will be B1. B1 is the magnetic field. I2, because that is the current flowing. B1 I1 L. Assuming that this conductor is kept perpendicular to the magnetic field so that it experiences a maximum force. So if you remember, we did this F is equals to BIL sin theta. This was the force experienced by a current carrying conductor, straight current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. So B1, because of this magnetic field, I2 current flowing in that conductor. Put the value of B1 here, mu naught I 2 pi r. Which I is this? This is of course I1, because magnetic field is produced by this I1. So it will be I1 I2 into L. So this is the total force experienced by the L length of this conductor, right? What if I am interested in calculating the force per unit length? Force per unit length will come in. Then the formula will be I1 I2 upon 2 pi r. For numerical purposes, you can multiply it by 2 and divide it by 2 so that it becomes mu naught upon 4 pi, and mu naught upon 4 pi directly you can put 10 to the power minus 7. If at all you want to do that, you can do that. F upon L is equals to 2 mu naught, right, mu naught to I1 I2 upon 4 pi r. Now mu naught upon 4 pi will directly become this 10 to the power minus 7. So this will be force per unit length, right? Now this expression is there. Before moving to numericals, using this expression, sometimes in the exam the question comes that you have to define 1 ampere. Define 1 ampere. Define 1 ampere current using this expression. So if at all you have to define that, so this will be mu naught to I1 I2 upon 4 pi r. How you will define it? So we are defining 1 ampere, so obviously that I1 will be equal to I2 is equals to 1 ampere. Now this distance also I am taking as 1 meter. So what value I am left with? F upon L is equals to 2. This has become 1. This has become 1. Mu naught upon 4 pi. I know that it is 10 to the power minus 7. So 1 ampere is the current flowing. 1 ampere is the current flowing in a straight current carrying conductor. In a straight current carrying conductor, when they are separated by a distance of 1 meter, when they are separated by a distance of 1 meter, when they are separated by a distance of 1 meter, because r is equals to 1 meter, they experiences force per unit length of 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 Newton per meter. So how 1 ampere will be defined? 1 ampere is the current flowing through two straight current carrying conductors separated by distance 1 meter, and when this happens, they experience a force per unit length of 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 Newton per meter. So this is how we define this 1 ampere using the expression. Now let's begin with the numerical part, right? Okay, so here is the question. Two long and parallel straight wires carrying current as currents 8 ampere and 5 ampere. So I1 is given 8 ampere, I2 is given 5 ampere. Now this is important, which I forgot to mention in the previous part, that the current is flowing in the same direction. So let me tell you a very important thing. Considering the same scenario which I considered in the derivation part, right? So if I take this magnetic field to be like this, and its direction was like this, current's direction here, you know the direction of the force was like this, right? So F was like this. If you consider the magnetic field of this wire now, which should be here, obviously that would be the same. Applying the right hand rule, if I apply the right hand rule in this also, it will be the same, coming like this and going like this. If I draw that, so that would be something like this. And in this you would see that if it is coming like this magnetic field would be coming out and this would be going in, right? So now if I apply this Fleming's left hand rule here, then what would happen? Current in the upward direction, magnetic field outside, magnetic field coming outside, current in the upward direction of force will be here. So if you look here, you will understand that if the direction of the current in both the conductors are going in the same direction, they will tend to attract each other. The nature of the force will be attractive if the direction of the current is in the same direction. And if it is in the opposite direction, then obviously it will be repulsive. So that you should understand. So that was the one thing which I wanted to mention. In the same direction are separated by a distance of 4 centimeter. R is given 4 centimeter. Obviously you will convert it into meter. So not a big deal in doing this question. I know that people can easily do it. Estimate the force on a 10 centimeter. So this length on which we have to calculate the force is already given. That is 10 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Right? So now we will apply the formula for force per unit. We will apply the formula for force per unit length. So force per unit length will be equal to mu naught to I1 I2 upon 4 pi r. So you have to calculate the force on 10 centimeter length of the wire. So obviously you will multiply it with this. So it will be mu naught 2 I1 I2 upon 4 pi r into L. Now you will put the values there and easily you can solve it. So I want you people to solve it. You all know the value of this constant mu naught upon 4 pi, and if you put the value mu naught upon 4 pi 10 to the power minus 7, rest all values are given, and it's a very easy task for you people to solve it. I'll tell you the answer. The final answer should be F is equals to 2 into 10 to the power minus 5 Newton. That should be the final answer. And you can tell me the nature of the force also. Nature also you can tell, and you can tell the reason for the nature of this force. If this force is repulsive, why it is repulsive? If this force is attractive, why this force is attractive? And all these things you can easily state here, right? So one more numerical of this type I'll give you homework, although this also you people have done yourself. And then I'll explain another type to you, right? So let's begin. So this is another type. So with this question you will understand that they could only just change the values, that's it. They can't do much with these kind of questions, although these kind of questions are very. So in this case the question reads out that two long and parallel straight wires carrying currents 2 ampere. Now instead of 8 ampere they have given current as 2 ampere and 5 ampere in the opposite direction. Earlier it was in the same direction, now it is in the opposite direction. Are separated by a distance of 1 centimeter. Earlier 4 centimeter, now 1 centimeter. Estimate the force. You will use the same formula. In this case the only difference is that the value of the current are different, distance between the wire is different. Also the current is flowing in the opposite direction, and they are not asking you to calculate the force on any length of the wire, like in the earlier question it was 10 centimeter of the length. So estimate the force and nature of the force. So force you will calculate, I have written the answer 20 into 10 to the power minus 5 Newton, and nature you can easily tell, right? So this is the homework part. Now let's begin with the other types of question. That also I'll explain it to you, and one I'll give you as a homework part, right? Let's begin. So here is a question. You could see that a rectangular current carrying loop is placed 1 centimeter away from a long straight current carrying conductor. So I have a long straight current carrying conductor here. 10 ampere current is flowing through it. It is placed at a distance of 1 centimeter from this rectangular loop, and if this current is flowing, I'll tell you the value of the current flowing. And this length, the length of this rectangle is 20 centimeter, and the width of this rectangle is 10 centimeter, and the distance is 1 centimeter, right? I'll tell you the value of the current flowing. And yes, the current flowing in this is 15 ampere. So basically you have to find the value of the force. So value of the force you have to find out what? So the value of the force acting on the loop, that is the rectangular loop, you have to calculate the value of the force. So the value of the force acting on this rectangular loop, and rest of the things are given. So what you will do first, forget about the rectangle. Obviously these two things will not participate in the force. Why they will not participate in the force? If anyone can think about it, that why they won't participate in the force. Only this part AB and this part CD will participate in applying the force, right? And these two parts won't participate in applying the force. Think about it. So if I take the force between these two, so it's very easy to calculate this force. It will be F upon L is equals to mu naught 2 I1 I2 upon 2 pi r. R is already given 1 centimeter. I1 is 10 ampere, I2 is 15 ampere, and this length is, what is this length? 20 centimeter. So this length you can easily calculate and multiply it by this. Make sure that this centimeter you convert it into meter. So this you will calculate. I'll tell you the value. So this total force will be coming is 6 into 10 to the power minus 4 Newton. This force, let me call it F1. 6 into 10 to the power minus 4 Newton. Will this force be repulsive or attractive? You have to state that as well, right? So tell me, will this force be attractive or repulsive? I hope you know this. Now calculate this force between this and this. So obviously now the R will be 11 centimeter. Why 11? Because this is 10 plus 1. So distance has increased. So if distance has increased, it means R has increased. Will the force decrease or will the force increase? So obviously from this formula you can see that F is inversely proportional to R. So obviously if R has increased, F will decrease. So therefore this force will decrease. So you will calculate this the same way. F upon L mu naught 2 I1 I2 upon 4 pi R. I'm sorry I wrote 2 there, it should be 4. So again the only value which is going to change is this level. Mind you that you have to convert it into meter. So obviously that force will be greater and this force will be smaller. And the value of this F2 will be 0.545 into 10 to the power minus 4 Newton. Now you have to tell me which one is greater. Is it F1 or F2? And in order to calculate, and will F2 will be attractive or repulsive? So that you have to tell me, and then you have to calculate the net force and the direction of the net force. So among these two forces, whatever force is greater will dominate. So obviously that force is greater because the distance is less and this force is smaller. So net force will be coming. You people have to calculate these two. So net force will be 5.455 Newton. And he is saying that this force will act on the left hand side. I don't know why he is saying on the left hand side, but you figure it out and then tell him the class, right? So this is the part. Now regarding the homework of this type, I suggest you guys to go through the mind map which is there in the first video of this chapter in the description box. And there you would see one question of the same kind from the mind map and try to solve that, right? So that is it. Thank you.